Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and today we're going to be talking about Katy Perry, American Idol, and probably poor choices from ABC. Now, a few weeks ago, there was a big controversy about Katy Perry on American Idol kissing a guy, and he was like, "That's my first kiss, and I wanted it to be special, but instead it was Katy Perry." And of course, he at this point is coming out and saying, "Oh, it was totally fine. It was totally fine that she snuck kissed me." Right, but that's not even really the point here. The point here ultimately boils down to how much money Katy Perry was making over the other judges. Now, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is we're currently in this Me Too movement, Time's Up movement, 50-50 parody by 2020 thing, and Katy Perry is making a lot more money than the other judges on the program, and yet I'm not seeing any feminist protests as a way to combat that inequality. However, that's not their only problem. So it says here that American Idol loses again as critics ponder costly show's future. Yeah, the money that Katy Perry's making and the low viewership on the reboot of American Idol is very funny to me. Mostly because I have never cared for the show. I don't care for any kind of reality vocal show because I can't sing. I can't do it. It's why I do this, because I can't project in that fashion. But that being said, I've always been glad that this show was going to die one day and saddened that it came back. So there's my bias, by the way. Now, it says here, ABC's revamped American Idol suffered yet another loss on Monday night as NBC's The Voice prevailed in the head-to-head battle of singing competitions. The loss to The Voice, which mirrors that has happened each time the Idol has faced the NBC show since it premiered, is raising eyebrows due to the show's high cost. Now, the idea there essentially is that when American Idol premiered, I want to say like in 2000, 2001, right? Like it was a hit. It was a huge bona fide hit. Kelly Clarkson won the first one. Her and the dude who played who was the second runner up or whatever, first runner up, they went on to go make that movie From Justin to Kelly. Fox was all in on making this thing a reality. But now, all these years later, the only real person from American Idol you can think of is that one is probably, you know, Kelly Clarkson, and Carrie Underwood was a performer. Was Taylor Swift on there? I don't know. I didn't watch. That's the whole point. I'm not watching, and neither is anyone else apparently. Now, The Voice beat American Idol by 28% on Monday. NBC's show picked up a 6.4 rating out of 10 share in households, while ABC's Idol settled for 5.0 out of 8. Monday's episode featured the top 24 contestant reveal, which many viewers took to Twitter to express their disappointment in the cuts. Yahoo's Kylie Marr predicted contestants would bring the heat next week when remaining competitors perform alongside their favorite celebrity artists. ABC executives presumably hope she's correct. Here's the thing. When American Idol comes back, always doing the auditions, those first couple weeks of auditions, that's what makes the show fun. That's what people tune in for. Once they announce the top 24 and they start going from there, people generally tend to tune out because who cares, right? Unless it's a Sanjaya situation, no one's going to give a crap. Now, television critic Mark Berman wrote that smaller than expected returns for this ABC reboot may not justify the high costs of producing it. And this is where we get into the high cost portion. The latest season of the once canceled singing competition show has reportedly been the most expensive season yet. The celebrity stars for the revived show are being paid 60% more than in previous seasons. Katy Perry is raking in a reported $25 million for the season, while host Ryan Seacrest and judge Bryan are each making $12 million. Lionel Richie is being paid a reported $10 million for his participation. Now, in a group of 4 people right here, 3 men, 1 woman, you can see essentially that she is making a lot more than all 3 of them. In fact, if you combine Ryan Seacrest and Bryan, she's making more than those people combined, right? So in the age of parity, in the age of equality, in the age of all of these things, where are the feminists to come out and criticize Katy Perry, to criticize American Idol? They're not, because this, of course, is not the exact same thing that they want. This is not Kevin Spacey making more money on House of Cards before all that stuff happened, and you know, Robin Wright's going out there and saying, I want my equal pay, and then Netflix essentially caving when there was a big online backlash to the comments that she made. This is not Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Williams on All the Money in the World when it came to the reshoots, and Mark Wahlberg getting $1.5 million because that's what his agent negotiated, and Michelle Williams getting about $80 a day because she didn't negotiate that, never mind the fact they're in the same talent agency, and there being a big push about that. Right? When it's a man that is making more money, oh my God, Twitter will lose their collective mind over this. They will freak out. They will cry to the heavens and hope that someone out there listens to them because they just want to be heard. But when it's the reverse, when it's one woman making almost more than the three others combined, no one says a word. And at the end of the day, this all does boil down to ratings, and the ratings going up against NBC's The Voice, which arguably is a much better show based on like the couple little things I've seen here and there, they're losing. So I'm pretty sure if ratings don't pick up, Katy Perry won't be worth the money they invested into her. Never mind the fact that when it comes to the controversy surrounding that kiss and everything else, her co-stars have actually started to defend her from the trolls. Even though, all things considered, that's another thing where if a man had done it, there would be a gigantic upset online. There'd be a gigantic pushback online. We're now looking at two situations where if the roles were reversed, if the genders were reversed, there would be hell to pay. There would be a feminist scorched earth campaign on American Idol, but because it's Katy Perry, they're not saying a damn word. And the silence is, it is so deafening. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. Do you think that this is a situation of where one gender is getting preferential treatment over another? Or do you think it boils down to the meritocracy conversation about it? Where you've got Katy Perry obviously being more popular than Luke Bryan and at this point Lionel Richie and even Ryan Seacrest. So she should make more money, and therefore that is the reason for it. Or do you think they should, I don't know, stick to kind of Hollywood's own guns right now and try to make sure that everyone is paid the same and that there's equal pay for equal work, and that they, you know, they want the parity. They want what they've been claiming that they want. I don't think we're going to hear it, and so that's why it's going to be a lot of fun to see what they don't do. That being said, be sure to leave your comments below. Be sure to thumbs up the video. Be sure to subscribe and check back often for more content from me. If you don't already, follow me on social media. You really should. Right there. No, wait, it's right there. There we go. I got the wrong way. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and peace out. What you just saw was a shorter clip from a longer show. The Rustled Podcast airs every Sunday through Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard on rustled.net. Please consider subscribing to the channel as well as 3 Buck Theater and potentially becoming one of our sponsors at patreon.com/MundaneMatt. Thank you and have a great day.